I am celebrating Native American Heritage Month with Moms Clean Air Force. My name is Rachel Heaton. I am an Indigenous mom of 3 children, and I am also a member of the Muckleshoot tribe. My tribe is located in Washington State. We're about 21 miles south of Seattle, and our reservation lies at the base of Mount Rainier on a plateau in between the Green River and the White River. And those are significant to us as we're known as the salmon people. Um, Salmon is a food, that our community and that our people in this area rely on, and it truly identifies, who we are, and also we travel by waterways, by canoe, and so this really signifies, who we are here in this area. Um, some of the climate actions or traditional knowledge that I would feel that we could offer in this time and tackling the climate crisis is exactly what I was talking about, us being the salmon people. One of the biggest things that we've been working on is salmon restoration, and that has to do with protecting waterways, but protecting our sovereignty as people who live off of this land, whether it's hunting, if it's fishing. So part of that restoration is also doing restoration on the rivers, and helping combat some of the issues that we're having with our waterways heating up, and our plants, our indigenous plants and plants that protect our rivers are actually dying off. So part of that is planting plants along the river that actually create shade and create a healthier environment, for the salmon. Um, I think some of the other things too, I know as a Native woman, we've focused a lot of our efforts on divestment and understanding, kind of the relationship. A number of big banks and companies have that make decisions that impact our lands, such as funding projects that come through our tribal areas. And so I think part of that is educating folks on ways that we can combat that by creating education opportunities. Yeah, so part of what Indigenous people's rights means to me is it encompasses all of these things that we're talking about: land protection, free, informed, and prior consent, talking about our missing and murdered Indigenous peoples. Indigenous rights to me is when we combat Indigenous issues, we're really combating worldly issues and our community issues, because as Native people being affected, we're the first ones affected by the climate crisis, in the sense of like when we live off of the land and we count on these resources and then these resources start going away, it trickles down obviously to others, but it affects us first. And so I feel when we are protecting Indigenous rights that we're really truly protecting people as a whole. When we're talking about protecting Mother Earth, it's not just about protecting our people. Ultimately, when we're fighting for those things, it ultimately benefits everyone. So I feel like Indigenous rights is kind of like first rights. And so for me, when we're protecting our people and our rights, we genuinely have the future generations in mind. And that's why when we are taught 7 generations ahead, this is in all of the teachings that we have, whether it's about the climate, if it's our human rights, if it's land protection, addressing the climate crisis. At the end of the day, when we do this work, it benefits everyone. So I would say that's what Indigenous rights means to me, is getting down to the core of truly like protecting our sovereignty, which in the end ends up being a great thing for all people.